assuming at this point. But, like, they are using her like a Wi-Fi extender.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and I agree with that. I guess that's my thing, is her balking or her hesitating here a couple times the actual Catherine Lumholtz coming out for, like, just a split second and being like, ooh, I wouldn't, but she can't really stop it.
I really don't want to do this. Right, because
yeah, like, this is what she's doing. This is what she's here for.
Right, and, like, again, Richard just has the situation set up to where there's no way for her to back out now without severely pissing him off. And, you know, she hesitates, and she's like, well, you know, I'm going to have my people check it. And they're like, hey, we checked it. It's clear. It's done. We know the contract is non-negotiable anyways. This is something he said from day one. Yeah. So how long could it really be? And I love this part because Richard's like, all right, check it out. Just so that we're being totally transparent, I'm going to go ahead and read this out loud to everybody. It's a beautiful thing because basically he stands up and he's like, all right, there will be no fucking favors. Surrender or you're the enemy. That is all.
Yeah, it's basically like, Kelton says they're part of our crew now. Signed, her.
This is also great because Richard has to gather himself to get any nearer to her because it's just so out of control that he's like, all right, I'm going to talk to her. It's just like you're 12 again and talking to your first girl. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he leans in and then whispers in her ear about taking a walk, just you and me. You know, alone. Mm-hmm. And obviously she wants that very much.
Yeah, he mentions the dreams. I've been dreaming about you all night. Let's go take a walk.
The totally not wet dreams.
Yeah.
Just regular. Nobody's buying it. Kat is suddenly super motivated to do whatever the fuck Richard wants to do.
You know, it is interesting that, I think maybe this is part of the spell that she's under. Richard wants to fuck her now, so she's like, okay, that's my goal. That's what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Cool, I'm gonna sign this paper. But I definitely, even if I was being told by my advisors, like, it's super clear cut that we're surrendering to this motherfucker, and he's gonna be in charge, and we have nothing to say about it. And you're being forced to do this right now.
Always read the contract.
Yeah.
Always read the contract.
I would feel so much pressure, and I would be very upset in this situation.
Even if you have a lawyer to read your stuff for you, I always look at stuff just to be like, okay, what does that mean? Explain.
Yeah.
If there's troublesome language somewhere, I want to know what's going on.
Yeah, I guess we know it's non-negotiable, so she couldn't really say anything about it anyways, but he didn't say, this is a good contract, or this is a fair contract. He said, this is a clear contract. Clear does not equal good.
No, it just means it's to the point.
Yeah.
Which means it's probably a pretty brutal fucking contract.
Yeah.
And it is. It's short. It's to the point. And after he's finished, Kat says that she is signing it in peace, not as a defeated foe. Sure, you can say that, but surrender also means something different. If you look up the definition, we don't have to get into that now. But she does sign it with a feather of a dove to symbolize peace, while swearing her peoples to vengeance on anybody who tries to fuck with Richard.
It was a very funny juxtaposition.
Yeah.
Peace and vengeance.
And, like, I just thought it was funny that she has to say out loud, I'm going to sign this with this super cool white pen to symbolize that there's no weird fuckery going on, and I'm not being forced to do this.
And he's not whispering sexually in my ear during all of this.
Right. Even though I am kind of being forced, as will all of you. I mean, it's a choice. It's a choice.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there's a lot of pressure. So I just, like, you wouldn't say that if you weren't really being forced. And she is technically being forced.
Yeah.
From a couple angles.
The whole thing's weird.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You wouldn't do that.
I'm just saying, Richard looks shysty as shit in this situation also.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Because he's like, oh, you're going to surrender? Okay, here's all the stuff without you having any chance to look at it. Sign it right fucking now. I'm not going to give you the chance, even though you're on my side now.
Right, that he's consolidating power. Never trust anybody who is consolidating power.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, at this point, just like she bought a used car, you sign the initial paper, and then they reach under their desk to who the fuck knows where and take out an inch-thick stack of papers, and they're like, all right, now I need you to sign all of that shit, too. Mm-hmm. These are the letters explaining what the fuck just happened to all the important people in Kelton, right? All of her advisors helped to make sure that nobody was left out. And Richard lists off this laundry list of names of people there.
Yeah, it was long. There was a lot of people. And honestly, it was fucking impressive that he remembered them all. None of them matter. I don't think we're ever going to hear any of their names ever again. But he rattled them all off like he had spent all night remembering them.
I think maybe that has something to do with, like, she's signing a very important document. And it may seem a little surreal. She's over here lusting after Richard, and there's all this crazy shit going on. And so in the middle of her doing this super big thing, he's mentioning all these people that she knows. In essence, eventually, you're going to go back to Kelton, and you are going to have to face all of these people. So we're letting them know right now what you're doing, just to bring it all back to reality.
Yeah, it was another one of those moments where, like, you said you were going to do this. Here you go. No second chances. No, like, you don't get a chance to bring that back. You're doing this right fucking now. That's why she spends so much time, like, looking at each of the letters, I think, too.
Yeah, and I also love how Richard keeps bringing up, well, you said you were going to do this yesterday, so I went ahead and did all this stuff.
Last night.
When we were speaking. Yeah. Last night. Just very loud and, like, there's no shystiness happening here. We're very much so in public. We were with each other last night. So in case you're trying to keep that a secret, I'm not.
Yeah.
I didn't do nothing wrong. Yeah, I was with you last night. It was whatever.
But also, you said that, so.
But you did say that, yeah. And all of your fucking people helped me make this happen. By the way, do you dudes want a job? Because we got her cornered, like, super easy. You're all great at your job, and you're hired.
I thought it was a very weird thing, because I'm like, okay, they still have jobs. Like, those are her advisors.
Yeah.
They're supposed to go back with her. What are you doing? Being like, we have positions for you in Dahara. I would be very upset at that point if I was her. I'd be like, fuck you. Those are my people.
Right? I already have a job. Now, I'm assuming that Richard would also pay them.
Yeah.
Right? But if this is just an honorary, oh, by the way, you can do this for me too now. No, sir.
No,
I refuse.
I think you would pay them, but, I mean, then Catherine's losing her entire, like, support staff.
At least, yeah, like the 24/7 staff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the people who tell her what the fuck to do.
Yeah, well, those are her assistants and stuff. So, like, you know, those are the people who are like, okay, this is your schedule for today. This is what you're wearing today. We'll give you 10 minutes. Get the fuck out to the car. We have places to go. These are her people. And Richard has just taken them.
Yeah. I think they do some more important stuff than that, too. But I do think that maybe one of them, if needed, could probably go grab a beer.
Sorry, I was drinking myself. That means it's time for the beer break, right?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. All right, so today we have Truly Peach Tea Hard Seltzer. That is a lot. So it's 5%. It's, just like I said, it's like a tea seltzer. And the funny thing about this is that you can taste the seltzeriness of it, but you can also taste the, like, I'm no stranger to peach tea.
No.
I mix it with bourbon all the time, and it is fucking great. And I'd be lying if I said that the thought of putting a little bit of bourbon in this to spice it up hadn't crossed my mind.
Wow.
Yeah, doesn't that sound bad?
Yeah, maybe a little.
Take a bourbon shot and then you mix it with some beer for a chaser? What the fuck?
I mean, you could, though.
You totally could.
People make cocktails with beer all the time.
This.
People make cocktails with beer all the time.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, I didn't know about that, but now that I do.
I was just going to say that it does have a little bit of seltzer in there, but I don't like seltzers a lot of time because they have a very, like, I don't know, soft mouth feel.
They're very watery.
Yeah, something about them doesn't hit very well. You feel the carbonation in your mouth, like you could feel it in there, but you taste peach tea. So it's good. I like it. Me
too. Very, very much. I know we dabbled in the seltzers. I think we had our first one, like, last year at some point. We had them on the show.
Yeah.
But I'm a fan now, and not afraid to admit it. I'll drink a seltzer. I picked this up with no hesitation at all because it looked good. And I am pleasantly surprised. Maybe less surprised, but it is good. It's fucking good. That's what I'm trying to get to. So, I am definitely going to have another one of these, and I will be back right after this. We will. We will both.
I'll be here too.
Hey guys, Nate here from All the Things, and I want to talk to you a little bit about 4 Acre Freedom. 4 Acre Freedom is a family-owned and operated one-stop shop for everything that you're probably already looking for. They've got great shirts and hoodies, and don't forget your beer koozies. Those are absolutely essential. We have some actually with the All the Things logo on it, and they look pretty amazing, just saying. They've got custom-made rings and jewelry, which Jade and I also have, and they are awesome. We posted them on Facebook if you guys wanted to get a better look at them. I am sure you're going to want to do that. They can do custom woodwork and signs, like if you want a grace or a quote, they have a thing that'll etch it all out on the wood so you get exactly what you want every single time. They do leather work, like if you want a custom sheath for your knife, do you need a new belt? They can do that too. I mean, you could put those two things together and probably make a baldric. Just saying. Sounds like a good idea to me. They also have farm-to-table bread, candies, and confections, which are delicious. I've tried them. I highly recommend. Look, here's the thing. Everything they do is of the best quality, and it's all literally handmade. The value is there. The quality is there. Everything they do is awesome. And you should check them out for yourself. They're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And of course, you can check them out at 4acrefreedom.com. That's high quality, handmade.
And we're back. So, when Richard spent time with the Daharan soldiers, he found out some important info about the trade in the Midlands. Like, he was really doing work while he was looking for Brogan. He wasn't just hanging out with the bros, you know? He was, like, really getting in there and finding out what they knew about the area.
He got up real early this morning.
Yeah. So that info was also expanded on by, you know, Mistress Sandy down in the kitchens when he talked to her this morning. And while Cat looks over the letters, he's going to put some of that info to use. So he tells everybody that Cat is signing trade instructions. Kelton is not going to be allowed to trade with anybody that is not with Dahara.
Right. Now that they've surrendered, everybody else is cut off. They can still trade with Dahara, they can still trade with Galea, but it kind of limits them from being the first people to sign the surrender too.
Yeah, but Dahara is going to support them, so they'll be fine.
That's true. Dahara and Galea are both very big countries who are well established. They're not like, you know, a clan of mud people that we know. It's a whole ass country with a government and a, you know.
Also, Richard stole Aidendrill, so he has whatever coffers they have there.
Oh yeah, shit. He's got so much money. It's stupid.
So Richard addresses Garthram.
That's a hard name.
Yeah, from Lithany, and informs him that one of the letters are instructions for ending trade of Kelton's iron for grain. So Kelton's going to be fine, because they're going to be able to give their iron to Dahara. They're going to pay for it. It's going to be great. They're going to work with Galea. And it's all going to be great for Kelton, but Lithany is going to be fucked. And without weapons when the order comes. Likely through their land, because they're pretty low down in the Midlands.
Yeah, they're a little bit south, but I think it explained it like Dahara's to the east, and you got Galea and Kelton to the... No, it's the Rangshada Mountains to the west.
Mm-hmm.
And then north and south are Kelton and Galea. So they're boxed in. So if they don't sign this deal, they are totally 100% fucked.
And they get other weapons from Kelton, so they aren't going to be armed.
Right,
protect themselves.
Because they won't be able to get anything from them.
Yeah. He then turns to Bezencourt from Sindaria, whatever, and tells him that likewise, his country's no longer going to be able to use Kelton land, so they can't spring and summer their flock over there. This is going to cripple them and anybody who needs their wool or anything from their country. Like, y'all fucked.
I was kind of, I don't know, I've heard this term used before as a verb, spring and summer, but it sounds like something rich people do.
Well, yeah, they do, too.
we summered in the Caymans or whatever. Like, we're going to take all of our